Hey, what's up? Welcome to today's guitar lesson here on my YouTube channel. Today I will teach you how to make the chord progression from the song called Despacito sound named so. We will together explore and try out different concepts and tools that you can apply for a chord progression. Despacito is not one of my favorite songs, of course, but the chord progression is pretty cool actually and pretty common. Just 4 chords, B minor, G major and D major and then A major. So we will not work with the melody today because I think YouTube would take my video down then. But let's get started with the first step. Step 1, the chord progression. Maybe we should add some drums. Let's go to the next step. Step 2, let's make the chords more interesting by adding the 7th, the 9th, the 11th and the 13th on the chords. Alright my friends, so let's just go through these chords real quick and how they're structured and so on and what notes we got. So the first chord is B minor 7. We got the root, the flat 7, the minor 3rd and the 5th. The next chord is G major 9. We got the root, the major 3rd, the major 7 and the 9. The next one is this one. D major 7. We got the root, the 5th, the major 7 and the major 3rd. The next one we play like this. Then this is an A major 6. So here we got the root, the 6th and the major 3rd and the 5th. The next chord, I played this chord progression 2 rounds so you could get some more chords to work with. The next one is a really good one as well, really new solo one. We got the B minor 11 here. So the root, flat 7, the minor 3rd and the 11. Really cool. The next one is this one. G major 9 again. So we got the root, the 9, the 5th, this major 7, right? Then we got this one. And this is also a D major 9. So we got the root, major 7, 9, major 3rd, right? Then we got this one. A major 6 again, or A major 13. You can say both actually, it's the same thing almost. So we got the root, A, the root again actually, and then a major 3rd and the 6th, or 13, the same thing. And then I play this one in the end. This one is really cool. So this is a B minor 9. We got the root, 9, B minor 3rd, root, 9, minor 3rd, and the 5th. So there you go. There you got some spicy and really nice, smooth neo soul chords. Let's go to the next step. Step number 3. Let's check out some low voicings and some of my personal favorites. Alright my friend, let's just go through these chords real quick. These ones are really cool. So the first one is this one. Another version of B minor 9. So we got the root, the flat 7, the 9 and the minor 3rd. And this one is what makes it sound really good. It's like a cluster voicing. The notes are very close together so you get that sound, you know. The next one is G major 9. Another version of this one. And you get, I don't know why it sounds so good. It sounds so good. So we got the root, the 9, the 5th, and the major 7. So no major 3rd actually. And then we do the same thing here with D major. So there we got the D major 9. So we got the root, 9, 5th, major 7. Right? And then actually we should have played an A major, but I'm using one of my favorite inversions of the A major chord, where we use an A with C sharp in the bass. So that is basically like the major chord but with a major 3rd in the bass. So then we got this inversion. And it's really nice because we come from D and then the bass note is do do do. So we go from D, C sharp down to B minor. So this chord is really nice. You always use this one over a major chord, basically. I truly recommend it. So you got the major third, the root, the fifth, major third, root, fifth, and then the 1. So a really nice inversion. Then we use this voicing. So this is also like another version of B minor 9. So we got the root, the fifth, 9, and the minor third. And then we go down to this one, where we got this open B string. So this is G major 9 actually. So we got the root, major 7, 9, and the major third, right? Yeah. And then we got this one, D major 7. D major 7. How can it sound so good? Because of the inversion, the version of it. So we have like the root. It's like we get this sound between the root and the major 7. Sounds so beautiful on guitar. So we got the root, the major third, major 7, and the root again. Right? And then instead of playing an A major here, I play this chord. The same thing as before. A major chord with a third in the bass. So this time I'm actually thinking F sharp major, because that's the dominant to B minor. So we have actually applied a new chord here. A dominant back. Basically that's something you usually can do always. So here I'm doing a major chord with a major third in the bass. So here we got the F sharp with A sharp in the bass. So we got the major 7, no sorry, major third, the root, the fifth, and the root. Back to this one. Right? So there you go. There you got some of my favorite voicings. Let's go to the next step. Step 4. I always go through some of my favorite voicings that you can apply over the chord progression. Let's check these ones out. Right, so let's just go through these voicings real quick. This one's a little stretchy, but really cool to have. So this is the first one of my absolute favorites. So this is like a B minor 9. We got the 9 in the bass. So it's important that you have like the B, the root note in the bass, because we are not playing it really. So, but as you can hear, this voicing sounds amazing. So we got the 9, the minor third, the flat 7, and the root. This chord. The next one is this one. This is one of the best voicings you can ever have on guitar. So you got the 9 in the bass of a G major now, so no root here. Oh yeah, I'm joking. We got the root in the bass here. So the root in the bass, and then we got the 9, 5th, major 7. And then we do the same thing of a D major. So root, 9, 5th, major 7. And then we do this one. And this is a diminished chord that we can use over the dominant back to B minor. So this diminished chord over F sharp, the dominant for B minor, right? So there we got, not the root again, but we got the major third, flat 7, flat 9, right? And then 5th. And then we use this really cool voicing as well. So over B minor, so we got this one's so good. It's like a B minor 9 again. So we got the flat 7, 9, minor third, and the root. And then I'm doing this one. And this one could be seen as a E minor 9, but the root here is the 6th of G major. So it could be a little weird, but I think it sounds amazing. Right? So here we got over G major 7th, we got the 6th, the 5th, major 7, and the root of G major. Right. And the next chord we're doing is this one. Or the next voicing is this one. Of a D major. So we got the root, the 6th, and the major 7, and the 5th. Right? And then we use this altered voicing over F sharp 7. Oh, so nice. And then back to to there. So this is a F sharp 7, sharp 5, sharp 9. Then we go and change it to flat 9. Right? And then we just go back to this one. And this is like a B minor 9 again. So check those voicings out. Those are really nice to have for the next steps that we're going to use when we're going to mix these together with other ones. Let's go to the next step. Step 5, let's apply some neo-soul fills. Alright, my friend, let's check out the first fill. This one is really cool. It's basically just like a B minor 9 fill. So we start here on the 7th fret, 9th fret, and then we do a slide up to this quarter voicing, and then we play this there's a 1, and then a hammer on up to the 9. So we got the root, the 5th, the 9, slide up to the minor 3rd, this quarter voicing where we got the root, 11, flat 7, minor 3rd. And then we do this neo-soul voicing as well. I think everyone had played this one at some point in their life. So there we got the flat 7, minor 3rd, 5th, root, hammer on up to the 9. Right? And then the other thing we do is, the other feel is this one, G major 7. I just pick it with my fingers like that, and then I do these ones, these really cool, like this neo-soul feel that I got from my teacher back in the old days. I play here, and then I just slide it up, 10th fret, 12th fret, B string, E string. So I pick, slide, pick. The same thing here. Like that. And then we go down to D major 7. And here I have another feel that I play like this. Sounds really good. So it's like this little arpeggio, D major 9 arpeggio. We got the root, the 9, and the major 7. So, and then we go down to this major 6 voicing where we got the 5th, root, major 3rd, 6th. And down to this quarter voicing over D major still, where we got the major 3rd, 6, 9, 5th. Right? So now we got right? And then we play this A major 6 chord. And then we do the same thing as before, but here. So this is verse 1, 4th fret, G string, 5th fret, B string. They just like a slide up, pick. Then we do this one. And then slide up. Right? So there we go. Let's go to the next step. Step 6. Let's try out some triad inversions. Alright my friends, so this tool is really useful. We're basically just using triad inversions and diatonic chords. The first one is just B minor. And then we go up here to A major with C sharp in the bass. And then we go up to D major. And then we go up to D major with F sharp in the bass. So like the D major inversion with a major 3rd in the bass. Right? Up to G major. So the bass line is like do 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 da da do 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 da da. Beautiful, right? And then the next chord after G major is D major, right? So we go So there we do. Okay, so let's see what those chords are. So G major, D major with F sharp in the bass, so just D major, E minor. So this is like one of the diatonic chords. And I'm building these ones from the bass line. Really smart. So this is A major with C sharp in the bass, going up to D major. Really cool. So now we play. Beautiful, if you ask me. Then I want to walk down to A major. So we do. So what chords did we have there? So we have D major, A major with C sharp in the bass, B minor, and this new chord actually, E major with G sharp in the bass, up to A major. Really cool. And then here I'm going A major, A with C sharp in the bass. So the bass line is do 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 do, back to B minor. So there we got, like I told you, A major, A with C sharp in the bass, and then the dominant again. So F sharp, the dominant to B minor, F sharp with the fifth in the bass. So C sharp. And then we do F sharp with A sharp in the bass, targeting B minor. So back to B minor. You can also do this one. So if you want to learn more about spread triad inversions and so on, you can check out my Patreon. So this tool is really good. Sounds beautiful. Let's go to the next step. Step number 7, diminished chords. Alright, so here I applied some diminished chords around the chords we were targeting. So the first one's just like B minor 7 like we played before. And then we want to target G major 7. So there I play these diminished chords. And those are built from the dominant of G major 7, and that is D. So when you have G major 7, you need to think the dominant, and that's the 5th. D, and then you can play it an octave down, D7, and from D7 you can do diminished chords starting from a half fret or a fret up. So then we get, for example, E flat diminished, or like G flat diminished as well. And that is one of those we're going to play. So we do like then A diminished, landing on G major 7. So you can basically just think that one fret below the chord we're targeting, we can do a diminished chord. So D here, G flat, or F sharp, depending on how you see it. And then you have 2 frets. Here you can do another diminished chord down to G major. So, and then we do the same thing to the next chord, D major 7. So E diminished, D flat diminished, D major 7. Really nice. So nice, beautiful. And then instead of doing the A major, we just think the dominant to B minor. So we go back home. So then the dominant to B minor is, what is this? F sharp 7, right? So there, like I told you before, you can start the diminished chords a fret up from the dominant chord. So then we get G diminished, B flat diminished, D flat diminished, back down to B minor. So we got beautiful, right? You should always use diminished chords actually, because those are so useful and you get this classic sound that it sounds like you know what you're doing. That's a really good tool if you ask me. So now we got... one of the most useful tools I got. Let's go to the next step. Step 8. Let's see if we got some open strings we could use for these chords. Alright, so these chords, as you heard, sounds really good and are really nice to have when you write new soul as well. So you get some variation as well, because they sound really good, as you could just hear. So the first one is this one. It's like a B minor 11 kind of sound with an open E string. The next one was this one. It's like a B major 7 actually. And then we got this one. This is like a D major 9. Then we got this one, like an A9, A major 9. Then we do this one, B minor 11 again. And then we got this one. So this is like a G major 6 kinda with a B there. Yeah. We got the same note here, as you can hear. It's kind of nice to have the note there. And then we do this one. So this is like a D major 9. So we got the 13 there with the B and the 9 there. Real nice sounds. Back to the A major 9 there. And then we'll go back to B minor 11. Really nice sounds. Let's go to the next step. Step 9. Let's add some fills from my Patreon. Alright my friend, thank you so much for checking in to today's guitar lesson here on my YouTube channel. If you found this useful, be sure to subscribe here, that means a lot for me. You can also give me a little comment here and show me some love. So if you want to learn these neo soul fills and like jazz guitar and everything, be sure to check out my Patreon. There you will get an instant access to 30 neo soul songs, 300 lessons with tabs and everything you need. I'll put the link down here in the description. Let's go to the last step now, where we apply everything we have done today. Thank you so much for being here. More lessons coming soon. Let's go.